Bad logic, Andrew. You just heard a perfect example of a woman that was willing to sleep with a man within an hour. Her body count was 0. This is why men prefer younger women, easier, less baggage.
Yeah,
Gross.
but I actually brought that point up.
Wait, why
would that be gross?
Yeah, wait, why is that gross?
Re-say the comment. That sounded really gross.
Okay, I'll pull it back
You said
up.
that men prefer younger women because they have less baggage.
Yes, that's a gross thing to say.
No,
How so?
gross
Gross to
isn't.
target younger women because they have. It's predatory.
How's
It's
how?
extremely predatory.
How?
How's it predatory? And
To
how's it
target
gross?
younger women because they have less experience.
So
That's something that like
target-
abusers and groomers
Wait,
purposely
hold on.
say they look for.
She used like so many freaking rage bait words and trigger words. Target, groomer, abuser, predatory. She just like loaded the freaking sentence as much as she could with it. But can we use the same logic for women? Because we know that overwhelmingly women prefer men who are older and who are more experienced. Are they predatory as well for targeting men who are older than them and more experienced than them? Can we have the same logic? Like it doesn't make any sense.
victims. They look for
Hold
people
on.
that are less experienced.
So this is the feminist loaded language. So
You
said
earned that green in your hair.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So you use the term targeted, predatory, right?
Yes.
Loaded
So
terms.
couldn't I just say that women target wealthy and successful men and they're predatory for targeting wealthy and successful men?
Yeah.
Or is it just the reality, the sort of evolutionary biological reality that women tend to be attracted to men of status, men of means? There's a couple reasons there. One, a guy of high status could have certain benefits to her and her children, right? So why is that any different than men preferring a younger woman who would be a better partner because she has
She's not a better
have
partner because she's younger. She's
less
just easier
baggage. You
to
didn't let me-
manipulate. That
She could be a better partner for a bunch of different reasons. And the main reason is for reproduction. Like, let's just be 100% real. If I wanted to start a family next year, right? Would it be wise for me to seek out a woman who's 30 years old? Because I'm 29. Next year I'll be 30. Would it be wise for me to seek out a woman who's 30 when I can go seek out a woman who is like 24, 25? Would that be wise for me to do? No. I want to make sure that when I have children, obviously you can't fully control everything, but I want to do my best to make sure that my wife is healthy when she's carrying the child and that my children are healthy when they're born. I want to make sure that I give them the best opportunity. And one of the best ways to do that is to pick a younger woman, because we know statistically that they're able to carry children to term much easier, and they're able to bounce back and get their health back in order after they have the child. There's less complications in general. The child is less likely to come out with any type of mental disability, and you can just have more children. It's just, it's a bunch of different reasons. And reproduction is the main one. So come on, we can't just look past that.
That's genuinely a thing that happens.
I could actually make this
like
other
very,
argument.
very often.
Actually, so I could make another argument. So a woman who's, say, 33 and still single, she is perhaps, because of, the time clock when it comes to pregnancy, look, you can get pregnant well into your late 30s, 40s. I can actually just make this argument about easier to manipulate. A woman who's a little more pressed to get into a relationship, she's easier to manipulate because she's like time's ticking.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
I can
but her-
manipulate, hold on, let me make the argument.
Okay,
I
go
can
ahead.
manipulate her better because she has a greater
Desire.
desire. No, there's another word I'm thinking of. A greater urgency.
Yes.
Because of her greater urgency to enter into a relationship, she must be easier to manipulate.
That example also sounds like you're a gross person.
That
example
not
is
at all.
not
That
less gross.
Does not make him sound like
But-
gross.
but
Like,
you're saying-
you're making him sound predatory.
But you're
That's
saying
ridiculous.
Well,
by
he's saying
virtue
that
of
this
somebody's.
person is purposely manipulating a woman that
No,
is
he's not
No.
manipulating anything.
I'm saying
used-
This is all I see happening, is women being completely glorified and having their preferences, but when men have their preferences, they're demonized. Something as simple as preferring a younger woman. That's something that's been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. In 2025 in the United States, You can't be a man with preferences anymore. You got to go along with what everybody else says. You can't have your specific preferences.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah, I'm talking
it's the
about
fact
adult relationships. So we're talking about
Right,
18
okay,
and over.
so we'll talk fresh
So
18.
young woman means
What does
adult,
fresh
18, and over.
mean?
They just turned 18.
So what? Can they vote?
Yes, but your brain
Yes.
is not fully developed
Then
until
why are you voting?
25.
Then why are you voting at 18?
Because it's different.
Why?
How's it different?
Because okay,
Because-
so first of all,
so
that
you
law
can- so you
is
can vote
that-
to affect my
do you know
life?
Why, do you know why that law is set into place and why 18 is considered an adult? It's so that they can enlist young people into the military because
Wait, young
based
people?
on our physical
Young
Men.
people or young or men?
men,
Okay.
young
Just
men
wa- just
into the
wanted to
military
clarify that, not
because
people.
at 18
Men.
is when they are physically able to serve.
Nope.
That is based
Actually,
17.
16-year-olds.
It is not. It is not based off of. 18 is fully formed. Your brain is not fully
Wait,
formed.
so just
And that's not even like a standard for everybody. Yeah, they say typically your brain's not fully developed until about 25. There's some people whose brain fully develops at 22, 23. There's some people whose brain that fully develops at 27, 28. Everybody's a little bit different. But if we go by the law, when you turn 18, you're able to vote. Therefore, you should be able to make your own decisions. You should be able to date whoever you want to date. Like, it's simple. You can't just say that, ew, this is gross because you think so.
to be clear,
25.
you're fine.
Now, I'm not
Wait.
saying that any
Let her finish.
26-year-old going for an 18-year-old is predatory and problematic. However, that is a big issue that I do see often. I do see a lot of women, young women, 18 women, fresh into the dating scene, getting taken advantage of by 30-year-olds.
How do you know
Great.
they're
That is
getting,
so
what
common.
evidence? What evidence do you have that they're getting taken advantage of? Is it simply by virtue of them dating?
Their experience.
How is that?
And they
How do you
speak
know
about
what their
it.
experience
How is
is?
that?
And they speak about it, and abusers and groomers specifically have been interviewed and have talked about the fact that they go for younger women because they are easier to mold.
You have
Yeah, there's going to be a few who do that. There's going to be a few who do that. Just like you have some women who are 18 and they use their beauty and they use their looks to take advantage of old men. They got sugar daddies. Like, but you're not complaining about that. Ah, man, the hypocrisy is crazy. That's going to be it for this video. I'll leave it linked in the description so you can go check out the entire thing. There's like 17 minutes left of it. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comment section. Before you leave, don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to the channel. I want to say thank you really, really quickly. We just hit 500 subs on the channel. I appreciate y'all for supporting me and rocking with me, man. Let's get to that 1,000 mark. And yeah, man, that's it for this one. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.